Okay, One Piece chapter 828. I'm not as excited with this chapter, but I did like the character development of Pudding. I thought it was pretty cool to just see how she had that little flashback and she's talking about how she did get to meet Sanji, and Sanji says like, "Yeah, I really would love to marry you. You're beautiful, but I gotta get back to my crew." And everybody's just stunned because Sanji's not the type to turn down a woman. But what I like about Pudding is like she's not what you expect as far as with the daughter of Big Mom. She's not anything like what you would expect. You would expect Big Mom's daughter to be a bit more forceful. I mean, it's almost as if she's had a sheltered life. It's almost as if she's had a sheltered life because, like, when she's holding a knife, she's not holding it like someone that has even been around any type of combat. And I like how Pedro, he's thinking very, very to the point, very calculated. He says, like, "Look, we need to deal with Big Mom's daughter. Like, she cannot get back to Big Mom and let her know that we're here. Unbeknownst to them, Big Mom does know that they're in her territory. That's something that she is conscious of." So I like that little plot thread is being set up for us. But what's so interesting about that is how Nami is talking Pedro down, and she doesn't have an answer when it comes to whether or not she has a way to stop her from telling the truth. But we find out from Pudding that Big Mom has 89 children, and that she's basically doing arranged marriages in order to essentially build up her pirate alliance. So now we're getting an understanding for how Big Mom essentially became one of the four emperors. Like, you got people like Shanks who probably just went through, made a name for themselves being just a super Chad and super charismatic and doing all these crazy things. Big Mom, I guess she's been wheeling and dealing and, selling her kids off in order to acquire power. I mean, this is something very interesting. This is something I like. I like because when you look at history, this is something that's happened in history. So, I mean, I like that Oda kind of incorporate that in there. But what's so interesting also about that is how when Pudding is just playing the host of, playing the role of being the good host, Nami has that moment where she pauses. And I really think that heavyset chick that we saw with when Gotti was about to shoot Sanji, I think that might have been Lola. I think that might have been Lola. That's gonna be interesting if that was Lola's actual body. That's gonna be interesting, man. Like, that's gonna be really interesting. Maybe a twin or something. That's gonna be interesting to see. I don't remember all the details from Thriller Bark. So I got to go back and reread that one because this looks like it's gonna come into play. But I like the fact. That Nami. Again, Nami is used by Oda as a way to, continue to set things up. And I like how when Pudding was talking, she's like, "Yeah, Sanji, he's such a gentleman. His eyes, they had hearts, but he taught me quite a bit about, he taught me quite a bit about baking. We got similar interests." And what's so crazy about it is, even Brooke points out, like, she's too good for somebody like Sanji. She's a saint. Where does her big heart end? And even after all of that, after just, the revelation that she's actually keeping the Straw Hats and that they're coming to essentially take her betrothed away, she draws a map and says, like, this is the quickest way to get there without catching the ire of Big Mom. I'll bring Sanji to the southwest beach. You guys can meet us there. And it's just like, what do you gain out of this? Like, is your heart really that big? And she even says, like, when it comes to Big Mom, you only have two options. You can either run away or you can accept the fact that you're going to be married off. She's a hopeless romantic. So I like that again. It's just more character dynamics, more character world building. I like this. I really like what you're getting here. And what's so also interesting about this is the fact that, as Luffy gets all the food and they're going in, Luffy's like, "Hey, I want a I want a choco burger, and I want some of that fried chocolate that they got there." And it's just like, Jesus Christ, that's got to be some nasty shit, some fried chocolate. Like, Luffy would eat anything. But I want to go back to Big Mom for a second. Like, 89 children. God damn. Her pussy is probably loose as fuck after having that many kids. Like, if you hit that shit, she's already a big bitch, but if you hit that shit, like, you can't even feel the walls, man. You're gonna fall right into that shit. That's like sticking your dick into a black hole. You be swallowed the fuck up, man. Big Mom, that's a lot of fucking kids, man. That's a lot of fucking kids. Like, I wouldn't want any more than two. 89, shit. I'd be a fucking alcoholic at that point, man. Jesus fucking Christ. And so, moving on, we're speaking of a big family. You know, Sanji, it looks like Sanji has one of his older brothers that looks like was probably leading some type of coup d'etat. The war ended after 2 years, basically. And it looks like Sanji's brother is saying, like, okay, I can't believe that this weak excuse for a war lasted for 2 years. So it looks like his crew just came in there, dusted everybody up, and got everything done pretty quickly. But it ends off, the chapter ends off with him saying, like, yeah, I really want to meet him. I really want to see my brother again. And then right after that, you know, he's like, okay, you fucking liar. Like Germa 66 is so interesting. It's so interesting because they reminded me of the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter. You know, like they just exist outside and they kind of do their own thing, but these are clearly some people that you don't want to fuck with. So my question to you guys, and you know, I know this might trigger some of the Sanji fanboys, but this is a sincere question. You know, do you guys think that Sanji deserves somebody like Pudding? I'm gonna say unpopularly, I think that while they do probably have chemistry, I don't think Sanji deserves somebody like that, man. Like, and I'm not anyone to talk. You know, I know what it's like to be with somebody who you just sit there and you wonder, what did I ever do to deserve you? How did this even happen? I totally understand it. And when you get a significant other like that, you know, it makes you want to do better. It makes you want to do better. It makes you want to be the best version of yourself. Like, I know for me, you know, I was thinking about dropping out of college, but because I was with somebody that had the degree, because I was with somebody who saw something in me, I kept pushing forward. You know, I'm someone that I will underachieve like a motherfucker. I'm competitive as hell, but I will also underachieve. I will underachieve. I'll know what I can do, and what I can do might be more than what some other people will be able to do, but I won't reach that full potential because I don't want to put in that full work. So, I mean, I understand it. You know, when it comes to stuff that I've been able to do, it's been because I've had someone there in my corner pushing me. And so maybe for someone like Sanji, maybe that is something he needs, but I mean, I just look at Pudding, and I feel like she's too sweet of a soul for Sanji. Sanji needs somebody that got a little spice to him. Like, Sanji needs somebody with a little bit of spice that can check his ass. Somebody that can check his ass from going too far overboard. Like, somebody like Pudding, Sanji run all the way over. So I really want to know from you guys. Do you think that Sanji is deserving of Pudding, and why? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.